Hello, happy Thursday. I hope wherever you are that you and your loved ones genuinely are safe and well and that you're having a good day and that you're all right. This has been a chaotic week. This is take 5 on this video. I'm hoping that I get it finally because I'm exhausted. This has been a crazy week. On Tuesday I had the esophageal echocardiogram and it was just as fun as it sounds. It was supposed to be in the afternoon, but they moved me up to the morning. I got a call Monday night and said, be here at 8:30, so which was great because it ended up, it was going to take most of the day, or early part of the day. Whatever. Got there at 8:30. We checked in. The test didn't end up, it was supposed to start at 9:30. It didn't end up starting until close to noon, I think, like 11:45, whatever. But in the course of the morning, I met this young doctor who I'm going to just call Dr. Hotshot, and he was a nice enough kid, but needs to re-educate himself on appropriate patient interactions and what you're not supposed to say to people, because before the test I was in the, the holding area with everybody else and hooked up to a monitor, and he said to me, he described the whole thing to me, which I'm glad they hadn't told me that beforehand, because trust and believe I wouldn't have shown up. I mean, I would have, but I would have been more nervous than I already was. I had to be awake for the first part of it to swallow the camera, so whatever. I'm not going to go down that road because it was traumatic enough having to go through it live. I'm not going to talk about it. But anyway, he said to me, it's super easy. Nope. And you just have to calm down. And I'm thinking, wow, you're up to 2 strikes already, buddy. So I looked at him and I said, it's super easy for you. And he looked shocked. And I said, it is not easy for me. It's not easy for anybody in here. Don't say that. I said, and the other thing is, you can't just say to people, calm down or relax and expect that they're going to do that. I said, in fact, in my experience, the more you tell somebody you have to calm down, the more amped up they get. So if somebody is super nervous before a medical procedure, really not smart to say to them, and you're trying to get their heart rate to go down, don't say calm down and relax, because it's just not going to work. He was shocked, and I said, I'm not trying to give you a hard time, but it's not easy from where we are, and, whatever. So over the course of the morning, every time he said that to me, I just looked at him. I was like, and he said, I'm sorry. But then he committed the worst offense of all. They get me in the testing room, getting me set up. He's telling me what I have to do. And then he says, you don't want to have another stroke, do you? You have to calm down so that we can do this test. No one here wants you to have another stroke. I looked at him and I said, don't ever say anything like that ever again. I said, you just weaponized my diagnosis against me. I said, obviously, I don't want to have another stroke. I'm glad none of you want me to have another stroke. I said, but trust and believe, of all the people in this room who don't want me to have another stroke, I am number 1 on that list. I said, you cannot say that to people because that is offensive and upsetting. And if you wanted me to calm down, you just hit the wrong button. And so the nurse looked at him and she said, she's got you there. And I was like, you can't say that to people. He was stunned. He just stood there holding all the equipment like, I said, it's wrong. You can't do that to people. So I was thinking back to nursing school, and I never learned, and I never would have said, you don't want to have another fill in the blank, because it's hurtful and upsetting and insensitive to say that to somebody, obviously. Like, thank you, Captain Obvious. Oh, I don't? What? I mean, I what? I said, you don't get to live where I've lived in my life, my medical life, for the last 20 years and go through all the stuff I've gone through in the last 20 years. And especially in the last few months have been chaos. And remind me, oh, I don't want to have another stroke. Obviously, jackass. Anyway, so I hope I got through to him. I don't know that I did. I feel like we need to re-educate our medical professionals on so many fronts, but on the medical speak and what they think is appropriate to say to people. And there were people in that room getting way more invasive procedures than I was getting done. And to hear them being told, just relax. Oh my gosh, I was ready to flip out. The nurses were amazing. Obviously, when you go into a hospital, lights are very bright. I asked them if they could turn some of the lights down, and they did. They also went, it was like 2 rows of beds, and then the main row had recessed lighting, and it was so bright. And they closed my curtain. They made sure everybody closed my curtain. They made a note. They were amazing. And I had only had to mention it once, and then they passed it on to everybody. So they were fantastic. But him, I just felt like, I didn't mean to like both barrels go after him, but it was like, dude, you just said the 3 wrong things to the wrong person, because I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to listen to that and act like it's okay for you to tell me, none of us want you to have another stroke. You don't want to have another stroke. I mean, of all the stupid things to say to somebody, it's like, are you kidding me? So I hope I got through to him. I hope I did, because I feel like I don't think they take into account the mental state of the people that they're working on and working for, because it was just a hurtful, really thoughtless thing to say to somebody. And I can only imagine how many times a day he must say that. And so I hope, I'm sending that out into the universe again, that he thinks about that with the next patient. Like, wait, I got to think about what I say, because he was following a script, obviously. Oh, their heart rate's up. Tell them to calm down. The procedure is this. Oh, tell them it's easy. For the person performing it, maybe. Not for the person getting it. It just was like, ugh. So I did remind him throughout the day, like as I waited, like every time he said that, I looked at him like, and he would say, I'm sorry. It's like, I know you have to retrain your brain and your mouth to not say those stupid things, but, oh, I just wanted to go to each person and say, tell them not to say that when they say that to you, because it's so offensive. But anyway, I hope I'm wrong. I was pretty groggy when I got out of the test, but I asked the head person, I was like, did you get what you needed? And she said, absolutely yes. And I said, do you need to do something about it? And I'm pretty sure she said yes, but I could be wrong. I might have misheard her. Please let me have misheard her. I saw my regular doctor yesterday, my pain management doctor. It was a long-standing appointment. I was wiped out, and all my medication schedule from the day before was completely screwed up. And I'm still feeling it. I'm so tired, and I'm trying to catch up on sleep and everything, and it's just been a lot. And so he saw the report, and he showed me the report, but it didn't say what they're going to do with it. Obviously, the hole is there. There's plaque somewhere, but nothing dramatic. It wasn't like threat level midnight, but I need to know what they're going to do with that in the, the visual of having had a stroke beforehand. So I don't know what we do with that information, but I cannot think about it. I can't think beyond one day at a time in the day that I'm in, because it's just too much and it's too hard, and I can't do it, so I'm not doing it. I'm dealing with each thing as it comes. And before I left, they said, oh, you're seeing your cardiologist on March 15th. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm thinking, no, I'm not. And I got home, and my husband was like, yeah, you are. We have the appointment set up for March 15th. I was like, okay, I'm asleep in the world. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there, because that's where we are. But I hope wherever you are that you are having a low pain, no pain, low aggravation, no aggravation kind of a day, kind of a week, kind of a weekend. That is what we hope for. That is what we deserve. And that is what I wish for each one of you. Do not be afraid to speak up and tell the medical professionals that say crap like that to you, to say, it's super easy for you to say that, but it's incredibly hard from where I'm sitting to hear that and accept that, because I'm the one going through this test. Don't be afraid to say that, because, we have the right to speak up and defend ourselves, and that kind of speak is wrong. It's just wrong. So don't be afraid to say it. I will see you tomorrow via the blog, next week for another video. Be well. Bye.